We're just about set for tip-off at the Sevier Valley Center. Of course, we got to do the national anthem, with us being the first game of the morning. Jordan Buscarini and Scott Labrum along with you. In fact, we are getting set for the national anthem as we speak. So let's send it back to the studio for just a moment. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups brought to you by Pro Rehab. It's Emery High School basketball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
This is Dr. Kelly Jensen of High Desert Orthopedics. I know that a quickly treated sports-related injury will heal faster and get your athlete back in the game sooner and healthier. That is why my staff at High Desert Orthopedics is committed to making sure your injury is assessed and treated started within 24 hours of when you contact my office in almost all situations. So if your athlete needs treatment, call High Desert Orthopedics at 637-BONE. High Desert Orthopedics, the best care your athlete deserves.
You know, after my divorce, my credit really went down the tubes. I'd been trying to build it back up, but it never seemed to work out until I decided to talk to the people at Auto Farm. They had a huge selection of vehicles I could afford, and they helped me get a loan with payments I could afford. Now I'm driving a dependable vehicle and getting my credit back in check, thanks to Auto Farm. They can do the same for you. Go in and see them today at either location, on Main Street next to Sutherland's and just off the hospital exit on Highway 6.
Auto Farm, we'll make it happen.
Is your smart TV smarter than you? Or how about all those devices and streaming options? It all seems a little complicated, right? Actually, it's easier than you think. Emery Telecom is here to help. Their trained professionals will come to your house free of charge and help you set up your new streaming devices and show you how to use all those devices and apps. Watching your favorite shows just got a whole lot easier with Emery Telecom. Give them a call today at 613-9605. Let Emery Telecom hook you up. Is your smart...
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable... Oh, no. Covered it. August 14th, 2008. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Call me, Billy Vigor, at 637-3077 or visit me online, billyvigorinsurance.com.
When you need physical therapy after an injury or surgery, look to Pro Rehab. They have 6 locations, 2 in Price, 1 in Vernal, East Carbon, Green River, and Castle Dale. Pro Rehab is a locally owned and ran company. At Pro Rehab, you'll find a well-rounded staff and physical therapists that specialize in general orthopedic, physical therapy, and treat full service. You could say Pro Rehab is first in therapy and first in fitness. Call Pro Rehab at 435-381-5100 and begin your road to healing. Pro Rehab is a proud sponsor of Emery High and USU Eastern Athletics.
The Spartans play here on 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back, Emery High School basketball. Quarterfinal action at the Sevier Valley Center. Jordan Buscarini alongside Scott Labrum, also coming to you on ETV 10. It's now time for the starting lineups, and we will begin with the designated road team, the Grand Red Devils. Starting out on the backcourt tonight, we'll see number 1, Teddy Park, number 2, Kevin Park, and number 10, Nolan Ramirez. In the middle, number 14, Tyson Horton, and also number 34, Cameron Hoppenstead. So 2 posts, 3 guards. That's the way Grand runs. That's the starting lineup for the Grand Red Devils. Now the starting lineup for your Emery Spartans.
Tyson Stilson, number 24, small forward.
Stilson has his man one-on-one. Drives hard, draws the foul, and 1.
Brax Jensen, number 4, point guard.
Goes right to the rack, foul, and 1. And that's Brax Jensen going coast to coast, showing off his versatility.
Kelly Wilstead, 13, forward.
Gets it inside to Wilstead, draws the foul, and 1. Wilstead showing off his athletic ability. He'll have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Brody Tuttle, 14, and small forward.
Open look, three-point shot, good! Brody Tuttle from deep.
Cade Brazier, number 2, shooting guard.
The starting lineup for the Emery Spartans, and actually a late change to the starting 5 for Emery. Mason Famalo, number 20, will get the start over number 2, Cade Brazier. Adds a little bit more size. Hoppenstead, and coming off of the bench for Grand will be Connor Guerrero. 2 big, Scott, that have given Emery fits at times this season.
Yeah, you know, that length of Famalo gives him a lot of advantages, and love his defense. I think he's earned the chance to start and to play, you know, considerable minutes here.
So Kyson Stilson will tip things off with Cameron Hoppenstead at midcourt. It's typically Cade Brazier that handles the tip-off duties when he's in the starting lineup. But we are set to go. Winner will move on to the semifinals tomorrow. Emery and Grand for the third time this year. Both teams have won one time. Emery controls the tip. Kyler Wilstead drives inside, misses a shot at point-blank range. Could have been a quick two-point bucket for Emery. Instead, the Red Devils want to push it the opposite direction. Horton with the ball on the right side. Goes down low. Hoppenstead kicks it out. Park three-point shot, top of the key. No good. Missed it long off the side of the iron. And the rebound of Brax Jensen.
Kind of a good sign. That didn't come off clean.
Brax gives it right side to Tuttle. Back to Brax, right wing. Swings it now to Wilstead. Drives 15 feet. Kicks it out to Tuttle. Top of the key three. Nothing but net. Brody Tuttle from deep. And typically when Tuttle gets going early, Scott, Emery's extremely potent on that side of the ball.
Yeah, when he's shooting the ball well, they're a different team. Because you have to play the individual play of both Jensen and Stilson as they go to the bucket. And so if they can pop the ball out and Brody's hitting those, and that really helps the Spartans.
Foul called against Brax Jensen away from the ball. His first personal, first team foul. 7:13 to play in the opening quarter. It's 3-0 Emery. And now we have an offensive foul called against Kevin Park, and that does negate a three-point shot from Teddy Park from the right corner. So 2 fouls on one sequence, and it ends up going back to Emery High School.
I wondered if it was going to be the other way, even on Brax Jensen. There in Moab, he had 3 fouls in the first quarter, hopefully he can stay out of foul trouble.
Stilson takes it inside, threads the needle with a pass to Wilstead, shots blocked, gets his own rebound, put back short.
Had two good looks. That one was a little bit tough, but Hoppenstead too much.
Right, a lot of post, and a foul on the ground against Stilson. Tried to read the pass inside to Hoppenstead, called for a reach-in foul. Second team foul against Emery, first against Stilson. And now Grand will inbound on the baseline. I wonder how much of the defensive presence we saw from Stilson on help against Mitchell last week against South Summit would carry over into tonight's game.
Different
that was
players.
A similar look, though, Scott, on that particular play. Hoppenstead may have gotten away with a travel as he slips down to the ground, and Kevin Park did not, as Hoppenstead was able to tip the ball top of the key and a travel against the Red Devils. Ball goes back to Emery. 6:39 to play in the first. It's 3-0. A little slow for both teams offensively.
Yeah, it's early. They're high school kids, and so far the game's been called very tight as well. I don't know who that helps, but
Stilson's going to go right side into the paint. Scoop shot on the rim. Goes Glass with a right hand for 2, and it's 5-0 Emery. 6:25 to play in the first quarter. Stilson coming off a 35-point performance on Saturday over South Summit. He had a tear in the midseason. Here's a drive inside, shot at the rim, no good. Teddy Park with the miss. Hoppenstead gets the rebound. His putback is in, and the Red Devils are on the board with 6:08 to play in the first. It's 5-2 Emery.
He's a real deal.
Good ball player.
Has multiple things he can do with his game.
Famalo with the ball out of the left corner, now goes top of the key to Brax. Brax is going to drive left side. Splits the defense, goes back top of the key to Famalo, swings it right side. Holding now with Tuttle. He's guarded by Kevin Park. Tuttle brings it around straight away to Stilson. Stilson goes between his legs, creates some space, drives 15 feet, now kicks it back, top of the key to Tuttle. Emery showing patience right now offensively. They hold a 5-2 lead, 5:35 to play in the first quarter. Famalo with the ball off the right side to Tuttle, swings it left side now to Stilson. A head fake, a drive, goes back to the corner. Brax, a quick closeout by Kevin Park. So great rotation defensively for the Red Devils. A drive to the right side, inside. Brax shot no good, but he does draw the foul against Kevin Park, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. That marks the second personal against Kevin Park. He'll come out of the game, and Connor Guerrero, a 6'5" big that can score from anywhere on the floor, will check in for Coach Scott Horton and the Grand Red Devils.
This Grand team can really defend. Very athletic. They're disciplined on the defensive end and can make things happen. I mean, they'll be physical. If the game's called tighter, seems like Kevin's typically in more foul trouble than the rest. But Ramirez so quick, makes it difficult for Jensen to get by him.
One more shot coming for Brax. Missed the first, second, no good. He missed them both short. So a missed opportunity for Emery at the foul line. Hoppenstead with a rebound, a quick push up. Red Devils. Park tried to go down low to Guerrero. Ball's tipped away by Stilson. Now to Brax, bringing it up left side. Brax does not have the numbers. He slows it down. Gives it to the trailer Tuttle. Back out to Brax. Head fake from the left wing. Drive baseline. Kick out to Stilson. 3-point shot. Good. Got the friendly bounce off of the front of the iron, and it's 8-2 Emery.
I was like, that thing's not going to be high enough, and it hits the front and bounces over.
Stilson has 5 out of the 8 Emery points, and with 4:50 to play in the first, Emery's up 6. Wow. Make it 3 because Teddy Park answered right back with a straightaway shot from deep. 8-5 Emery, 4:43 to play in the first.
That's 3 feet behind the three-point line. You know, you wonder how they are affected by the college three-point line.
Beautiful pass. Jensen down low to Wilstead, and after missing his first 4 shots of the game, he gets one to fall down low, going glass for 2. 10-5, Emery's doubled up Grand with 4:25 to play in the first. Horton, high post to Hoppenstead, guarded by Stilson, puts it on the ground, kicks it to Ramirez, puts up a shot, straightaway 15, no good, a little long. Rebound to to Stilson, but a foul is called on the ground against Wilstead. So the ball will stick with the Red Devils. Stops the clock with 4:16 to play in the first. 3 team fouls now against Emery, the first on Wilstead.
I wish he'd just be a little smarter. I mean, that ball took a funny bounce. It was coming off anyway, and he didn't need that. We had that rebound anyway.
Ramirez off the pass from Hoppenstead goes in for 2. Hoppenstead low block, no look pass to the cutter Ramirez, and it's 10-7. Emery by 3. 4 minutes even to play in the first quarter. Brax with the ball goes around a high pick set by Wilstead. Puts up a 16-footer, no good. Missed it just short. And now another offensive, loose ball foul rather, against Emery. This one goes against Mason Famalo. 14 fouls against Emery. 4 different players have 1 foul. You can live with that. Nobody has 2 fouls so far, Scott, but Still 14 fouls.
Yeah, Jensen just a little short on everything. He's really distributed the ball well, but just been short. Foul shots and shots so far, just short.
Hoppenstead out of the high post, foul and 1. Takes it from the left elbow, right side, down low block foul against Stilson. 5 team fouls against Emery, and now a chance for an and 1 for Cameron Hoppenstead to tie this game with 3:45 to play in the first. 2 fouls now on Kyson Stilson.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough guard for him. Hoppenstead, you know, he came off that box and he was just going to go hard to the basket, and it, you know, that's just gives up. He gives up a little bit of height, but he gives up a lot of girth.
10-all. 3:39 to play in the first. Stilson with the ball off of the left wing, puts up a 3-point shot, no good, missed it off of the front iron. Grand back with the ball, an opportunity to take their first lead. Park inside to Horton, swings it. Guerrero, top of the key, 3, no good, short. Stilson climbs the ladder for the defensive board. Kyson's going to bring the ball up. He's across the mid-stripe line with 3:16 to play in the first. Splits the defense. Ball was stripped and a reach-in foul, I believe, against Hoppenstead. And that'll mark his first personal. You know, you talk about Connor Guerrero coming off the bench for Grand and a big that can score from anywhere on the field, anywhere on the court. This is where Mason Famalo's length will come into play tonight.
Matches up well there. So far, they've had Wilstead on him, though.
Yeah. Stilson kicks it to Famalo, top of the key, just behind the college 3 line. Goes left side to Brax. Thought about the 3 from the left corner. Brax is now going to reset the offense. He's guarded by Guerrero. Goes to the corner. Famalo, right corner 3, and he missed everything. Didn't even hit the net. Ball falls into the hands of Hoppenstead. Hoppenstead to Ramirez. Ramirez back to Hoppenstead, trailing 3. Good. And it's 13-10 Red Devils. Grand has caught fire. They're on an 8-0 run, and they hold a 3-point lead with 2:44 to play in the first quarter. Wilstead puts it on the ground, drives inside, lost the basketball. Tad bit out of control and a turnover for Emery. The momentum has definitely shifted into Grand's favor early on, Scott.
Hoppenstead pulls up for a 22-footer. I mean, I think you're like, we'll live with that. We can't control him down below, so.
Cade Brazier will check into the game for Emery on the next dead ball. Guerrero traveled.
Call.
That's a great call.
He did. He moved, pivoted both feet.
As he picked up his dribble
simultaneously. What he did, he just kind of took one move to his right shoulder and back to the basket, but he did shuffle both feet. Sometimes the call it's never made, but it was the right call.
13-10, Grand by 3, 2:25 to play in the first. It's Emery basketball. Brax wanted to drive, lost his footing, a little contact and no whistle. Tuttle wants to drive. He has the ball stripped, able to recover. Goes to Brazier, head fake from deep, drives, kicks it left corner. Jensen, guarded by Ramirez, is going to go to the right side. Out of the paint, now to Brazier. Top of the key, swings it to Tuttle, and an offensive foul called against Emery. That goes against Cade Brazier, his first personal. 16 fouls for Emery. They are out of fouls to give for the remainder of the half with 2:07 to play in the first quarter.
Just unable to kind of get that space they want to get a shot off. I'm impressed with Ramirez's ability to defend and distribute the ball.
His ball handling is definitely top-notch. Horton off of the left wing, yet to get a shot off. Goes to Hoppenstead, off of the low block, finds the cutter Ramirez. Ramirez is trapped by Brazier, kicks it to Park, right corner 3, in and out. Hoppenstead fights for the offensive board, but he tipped it into the hands of Wilstead. Wilstead gives it up to Brax straight away. Brax wants to go to the right side. Stops from 14, goes to Brazier, left corner. Brazier back to Brax, guarded by Ramirez. Right now, a man set for the Red Devils. Park traps, kick out right side, Tuttle for three, no good, long. Wilstead fights for the offensive board, kicks it to Brax, three-point shot up. Again, short for Brax and a miss for Emery. Even though they had two opportunities, been stuck on 10 points for a while with a minute 19 to play in the first.
That's exactly the thought I had, is this, we're just stuck here for a while.
We're down to 75 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Horton with the ball to the right elbow, top of the key. Guerrero guarded by Wilstead. Wilstead giving up about 6 inches in height. Guerrero tries the three from the left corner. That's an air ball. Ball goes out of bounds back to Emery. 1 minute even to play in the first, and Kane Allred will check in for the Red Devils. Cameron Hoppenstead will go to the bench. Now you limit yourself offensively a tad bit with Hoppenstead out of the game. Guerrero, who can spread the floor, Scott, around the wing, will now play preliminary in the post.
Primarily, yeah. You know, this is a time to make some hay, because without Hoppenstead in there, you got the chance to kind of make a little push here.
I agree.
Allred's long, size 6, what do they have him down, 6'5", you know, about 145.
Right.
And just as I've watched him, there's been, he just doesn't seem to make confident decisions during the game. So this is a time to make a little push. I think you get in him a little bit, he's one of those kids who'll turn the ball over or throw it into the 5th row.
I agree. Stilson was fouled on a drive to the basket, knocks down his first foul shot. Second one is good as well. So Stilson has done his job in the early portion of this game. He's got 7 out of the 12 points for Emery. It's 13-12, Graham by 1. 43 seconds to play in the first quarter. Luke Williams is checked in for the Red Devils as well. Now to Guerrero. Out of the mid-post, finds Allred, drives inside, and a foul called against Emery. That'll send Kane Allred to the line to shoot 2. 17 fouls for Emery. 34 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Good, confident move there. Decisive move. Maybe haven't been given enough credit.
First shot for Allred is in. Got a little frustrated in the win over Union on Saturday. We got to call that game. A little frustrated defensively, I thought, late in the contest, but recovered well. Goes 1 of 2 at the line. Second shot no good. Tuttle with the rebound. Hands it off to Brax, who brings it up right sideline. 27 seconds to play in the first. Brax is going to reverse left side, guarded by Ramirez. Goes around the pick by Wilstead. Into the paint to Brazier. Right corner three up. Cade knocks it down from the corner, and Emery's back on top. 15-14 with 15 seconds to play in the first. Ramirez works it up quickly. Goes right side. Stops. Finds Guerrero top of the key. Right side to Allred. Allred goes down low. Tough shot by Guerrero. No good. Brazier with a rebound. 3 seconds. Brazier, half-court heave. Well short. It was online,
yeah, it was.
But well short to take us to the end of the first quarter.
It's too bad. We had guys who had run out and didn't have good enough control of the ball to be able to throw it forward. I think he might have double dribbled.
End of the first quarter. Emery holds a 15-14 lead. We got a dandy on our hands. Quarterfinal action from the 3A state tournament at the Sevier Valley Center when we return.
With hundreds of vehicles to choose from, Auto Farms Price Auto Group is Castle Country's premier location for new and used Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicles. With skilled auto enthusiasts helping you every step of the way, Auto Farm can get you into the car or truck of your dreams with financing on site. Whether it's a lifted-up Ford, Dodge, or Jeep, or a more fuel-efficient everyday driver, Auto Farms Price Auto Group has or can find exactly what you need. Come see our selection at 354 South Highway 55 in Price.
From Delicate Arch to Flaming Gorge, the capital city and round St. George.
At Big O Tires, we shop our competition daily, so we can guarantee you the lowest price on every tire every day.
That's right. We guarantee the lowest price on every tire every day.
Great stores statewide, wherever you go, we got you covered at Big O.
Ramirez with the ball for the Red Devils on the left side. Shot at the rim is off the mark, and Wilstead with the rebound. Emery wants to push the tempo in transition. Jensen's pass up to Stilson. Too hot to handle, out of bounds. Last touch by Stilson.
Good job by Horton.
Back to the Red Devils.
These guys know each other so well. They do. Horton's right with them, and he contests the play. Stilson has to try and tip it ahead to himself, and just tips it out of bounds.
Guerrero trying to back down Wilstead, goes to Hoppenstead, who is back into the contest. He drives hard, powerful move, gets the shot to fall off of the glass.
They got a lot of size on the court right now, 3 guys 6'5" or more.
16-15, Grand by 1 in the second quarter. Brax drives, and he's called for the offensive foul, and this is not played out to Emery as far as the foul situation is gone. 18 fouls against Emery.
Just shoot that. I mean,
4 for the Red Devils.
Brax, later in the game, he's more confident. Just shoot that ball. He had an open 12-footer.
Rance Jensen will come into the game. Kyler Wilstead goes to the bench. Kane Allred checks out for Grand, and Kevin Park is back into the contest. So without Wilstead, we'll see how Rance Jensen can defend Guerrero. Stilson's going to remain on Hoppenstead. Hoppenstead from 17 gets it to the corner. Park brings it around left side. Grand moving left to right on your radio dial. Minute gone by in the second quarter. Park tries to drive baseline, then wanted to thread the needle with a pass. It was poked out of bounds by Brody Tuttle. He had about 12 deflections on Saturday night. That's his first of this game.
Yeah. I mean, Rance can defend. He's given up size, but he also has strength.
Yes, he does. 3-point shot from Park, right corner, no good. Rance with a defensive board. He's been so much fun to watch coming off of the bench over the last couple of weeks. Really embraced that role as a bruiser, doing the dirty work for Emery. Tuttle off the left wing, crossover dribble on Guerrero, spin move in the paint, brings the defender off his feet, then puts it in for 2. Pretty look by Brody Tuttle. He's got 5 points, and it's 17-16, Emery by 1. 6.5 to play in the first half, and the ball goes out of bounds. Turnover for the Red Devils. Ramirez lost his footing, and the ball goes out on the baseline, so a turnover for the Red Devils. 6:24 to play in the first half. Jensen right side, Ramirez will follow him. To Stilson. Thought about the right corner 3. Thought he was going to pull up. Instead, he goes back to Brax on the right side. Left corner now to Rands. A head fake, a drive, a kick out. Brax top of the key. Once again picked up by Ramirez. Goes now to Tuttle on the right wing. Back to Brax. Goes right side. Spin move to Tuttle. Straight away 3. Good! Brody Tuttle's got 8. It's 20-16. Emery by 4. So Scott, after hitting a dry spell in the first quarter, the offense seems moving once again, courtesy of Brody Tuttle on back-to-back buckets.
Yeah, nice job. Just has his feet square. Oh, and then gets a steal. That's fantastic.
Pickpockets Hoppenstead. Emery now with the ball. Jensen slows it up. Jensen stripped from behind by Ramirez. Park comes up with it. Outlet pass up to Ramirez, who will go in for an easy 2-point bucket. 20-18. Emery by 2. Grand's defense creates offense. 5.5 to play in the first half.
Ramirez beat, and then he just got a great job with his hand.
Brax drive, shot at the rim, no good. Rance Jensen with the offensive board, the putback for 2. 22-18, Emery by 4, 5:19 to play in the first half.
It's kind of the game we expected.
Yeah.
Give me back and forth, give me a game of runs a little bit.
Hoppenstead backs down Stilson, and a foul on the ground called against Stilson, and that's his 3rd personal foul. And Coach Jeffs wanted an explanation. Stilson cannot believe the call either. 19 fouls against Emery, so a 1-on-1 situation for Hoppenstead.
I just don't think that's a good idea. I don't think he's going to be able to guard him because Hoppenstead's going to put pressure on you.
Connor Guerrero comes out of the game. Teddy Park comes back in. So right now the Red Devils with Teddy Park and Kevin Park in the backcourt. Horton, Ramirez, and Hoppenstead. Now Stilson will go to the bench with his 3rd personal foul, and Wilstead will check into the game. We've talked about losing elements of offense for Grand with Hoppenstead off of the floor. It changes drastically for Emery as well when Stilson's not in the game.
Yeah, let's see Jensen take his time on Hoppenstead. Just keep him out of the paint,
Hoppenstead missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Wilstead grabs the rebound, and Brax will walk it up left side.
Brazier's going to have to get involved more.
Brax wanted to drive. Pesky defense for the Red Devils inside the paint. They force another turnover. Horton's going to bring it up left side. 22-18, Emery by 4. Horton out of Park. Kevin Park, 3-point shot. No good, missed it short. Kevin Park grabs the rebound, but a foul is called against Brax Jensen. And I am totally amazed at the way this game has been called on one end of the floor so far, Scott. And that is the 3rd personal foul against Brax Jensen.
And we know that, Grand's going to go hard.
There's no question. It's a 2-shot foul, so Teddy Park will go to the line. Yeah, Grand is a scrappy bunch. But 14 fouls called in this game so far, 10 against Emery in a game that's been played similar
right,
on both
and they've
ends.
been a lot of banging here, you know, going to the basket. So
first shot for Park is in. Makes it a one-possession game.
Foul trouble.
Could plague Emery in this game.
Still 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Beats shooting 2 shots from here on out.
Park misses the second. Tuttle goes high for the defensive board. Emery by 3, 22-19.
I think at this point, you be aggressive to the basket, because I think you're going to get some of those calls back.
Brax trying to go to the right corner to Brazier.
Had a rough first half so far. Need him settled in.
Overshoots Brazier, and the ball goes out of bounds back to the Red Devils. Despite a sluggish first half for the Spartans, they still lead. Yeah, 22-19, and a foul called against Emery. This one goes against Brazier, trying to fight through a screen. And so back to the foul line is the Red Devils. Kevin Park, the 5'10" senior, chance to bring the Red Devils within 1. It's 11 team fouls against Emery. First shot, no good. Red Devils have not taken advantage of the officiating that has been to their benefit early on in this contest. One more coming now for Park. Second shot, good.
Emery needs to get the ball down somewhere where they can get some of those calls back.
I agree.
You give them an opportunity, it's going to come.
Brax goes right side. Kicks it to Rance, swings it to Wilstead, right wing. Now to Jensen. Jensen goes right side to Brax. Brax is guarded by Ramirez. Little head fake. Brax wants to drive, nothing there. Great defense once again by Ramirez. To Tuttle, now to Wilstead. 4:09 to play in the first half. Wilstead goes to Tuttle on the right wing, reverses straight away. Reach-in foul called against Teddy Park. And with the stoppage in play in the 15th foul for the Red Devils, Kyson Stilson will come into the game with 3 personal fouls.
4:05 left in the second.
Cade Brazier goes to the bench. Brody gets the ball into Brax. Brax top of the key, crossover, dribble, goes to Stilson off of the right wing. Stilson now to Tuttle, little head fake, nothing there. Has to go back to Stilson. He drives in the paint, kicks it to Jensen. A lot of penetration and kick. Jensen now gets a clean shot, tried to go glass shot, no good, off of the right side. And now the Red Devils can tie or take the lead even with a 3. Park with the ball straight away, guarded by Rance, wants to go left side. Rance guarding now on the perimeter. We've seen him down low against Hoppenstead a time or two in this game, showing off his versatility on the defensive end of the floor. Hoppenstead backs himself down, and now he's pickpocketed by Stilson. Stilson wants to run, does not have the numbers, kicks it to Rance. Right corner 3 up, it's an air ball. Wilstead grabs the offensive board and puts it in for 2.
With Hoppenstead right there.
Impressive play by Kyler Wilstead, and it's 24-20 Emery with 3:13 to play in the first half. Ramirez will slow the ball down just a bit. Goes right side along the screen from Hoppenstead, who floats down low out of the restricted area. Shot no good. Wilstead grabs the board. He has played Hoppenstead tough, and a block foul called against the Red Devils as Brax was trying to go up the court. Foul against Ramirez. 16 fouls now for the Red Devils, so foul shots for the final 3 minutes for Emery. That was one of those calls that could have went either way too, Scott.
Yeah. I was kind of watching the complaint on the rebound, which Coach Jeff says, hey, you know, I mean, we've been getting killed on that same call everywhere, and now it's nothing.
Brax to Tuttle's 3-ball. Good! Brody Tuttle is on fire in the first half. It's 27-20 Emery, their largest lead of the game, and Coach Scott Horton wants to take a timeout for the Red Devils. Again, Emery 27, Grand 20 when we return on KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM at ETV 10.
With 4.
The Crump-Reese family of dealerships in Moab offers both Ford and General Motors vehicles. With 2 locations on South Main Street in Moab, looking for a new or used Ford or Chevy has never been easier. Whether you're hitting the trails in Moab or just dropping off the kids at school, Crump-Reese has the vehicle you need to get you from point A to point B with a little adventure in between.
Into the hands of Stilson with 2.5 to play in the first half. Stilson's going to bring it up. Horton will guard him. Stilson, left side, splits the defense, and they call a foul on the ground, which will send Stilson to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Grand crowd sitting behind us wanted to travel. That's just a long stride.
I didn't see any travel whatsoever.
Mason Famalo back into the game. Rance Jensen goes to the Pine. Connor Guerrero will come in for the Red Devils. Kevin Park goes to the bench. Again, 2:24 to play in the first half. Emery 27, Grand 20. If you could run this lead to double digits after the way the first half has gone, it would be something. Stilson knocks down the first foul shot, making it an 8-point lead for Emery. Lineup for the Spartans right now: Kyler Wilstead, Mason Famalo, Kyson Stilson, Brody Tuttle, and Brax Jensen. Brax and Kyson both with 3 personal fouls. Second shot for Kyson is short. Wilstead fights for the board, but tipped it into the hands of Hoppenstead.
And a lot of shots shot short today,
right.
Don't you think?
Yep.
I mean, it plays maybe time of the day. You know, remember, they're teenagers. They're not used to being up in their pregame routine at 5 in the morning.
Tuttle with a pickpocket. Going to try to go coast to coast. Tuttle at the rim. Good. He's got 13 points. And Emery leads by 10, 30-20, with 2 minutes to play in the first half. Brody Tuttle has been phenomenal so far in this game. By far the best player on the floor throughout the first 14 minutes.
On both ends.
No doubt.
Ooh,
Hoppenstead to Ramirez. Misses a straightaway 3. Hoppenstead gets the rebound, and Stilson has to let him go in for a 2-point bucket. 30-22, Emery by 8. Minute 34 to play in the first half. Brax goes around a screen set by Wilstead. Now to Stilson, right corner. Kyson into the paint. Foul and 1. He got around Horton. Went to the glass.
How does that hesitation happen that quickly?
Oh.
I mean, honestly. I mean, he was behind him, maybe a slight angle, and all the way by him in split second. I mean, I think obviously he's unguardable because no one's been able to shut him down, really.
No.
Especially in the man-to-man defense. But how? I don't know how he does it.
Well, he missed the and one
That's
attempt.
2 in a row.
Yeah, he's missed 2 foul shots in a row. Very out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Grand trailing 32-22. They hold the basketball. All red on the right side. Puts it on the ground. Drives baseline. Tried to feed it inside. Ball was poked away by Famalo into the hands of Tuttle. Brody brings it up left sideline. Brody down low to Wilstead. Wilstead goes up, draws the foul. Can't get the and 1. Bounced off of the back iron. Rolls off of the front of the rim. But Wilstead will go to the line to shoot 2. 1:05 to play in the first half. Emery in control right now, 32-22, and they've managed to create this lead despite the foul trouble of Stilson and Brax, Scott.
And Brax Jensen not having his best game, not just shooting the ball, but also distributing it. You know, and we have to, the foul trouble. They were with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. They were double bonus.
Yeah. 33-22 as Wilstead knocks down the first. Second shot, no good. So Emery struggling to convert twice at the line in a row. They've gone
1 of 4 last 4 trips.
33-22, 55 seconds to play in the first half. Park goes to Allred. Kane Allred right side. Nearly lost his footing, guarded by Tuttle.
Watching the national games last night, huh? Kane trying to blow out a shoe.
Drive inside, Park shot no good. Missed off the front of the iron, tried to go glass. A little bit too hard. Now Emery ball the opposite way. Brax has the ball poked away. Tuttle picks it up, and then a reach-in foul called against Teddy Park, and so Brody Tuttle will go to the line.
They have been reaching a lot. As Emery drives by, there's a lot of hands down.
It's worked in their favor for the majority of the first half.
Yes. Lots of loose balls. Just, if nothing else, disrupt timing.
Tuttle at the line. 2-shot foul. First shot's up, and it's in. He has been money so far, 14 points.
And incredible on the other end as well.
Said he has been the best player on the floor.
Yeah. Good things happen with Emery when he's the best player on the floor.
Tuttle knocks down the second, 35-22. I agree. It's just a different team when Tuttle has worked it offensively, and that is what he has done so far in this game. 35-22, Emery holding their largest lead of the game. Hoppenstead sets up high post. Luke Williams instead goes right side to Ramirez. Ramirez to Allred. 18 on the game clock. Allred back to Ramirez, guarded by Brax.
Don't foul.
Ramirez puts up a shot from 15. It's blocked by Famalo. into the hands of Wilstead. Gives it off now to Brax, right side, 5 seconds. Brax cuts, no look pass to Mason, shot at the rim, good! Brax with the beautiful delivery, Famalo with the top finish, and it's 37-22 Emery as we reach the midway point. Scott, that was a beautiful finish for Jensen. Hasn't played his best game offensively, finds a lane, takes advantage, no look pass to Famalo, finishes high off the glass, and it opens up a 15-point lead.
We're both holding our breath because sometimes those no look passes he gives gets somebody set up, gets one of those offensive fouls.
Yes,
and
he
that's
does.
the one thing we could not have going into the half is a 4th foul on Stilson or Jensen.
37-22, Emery with a 15-point advantage. We'll send it back to the studio when we return. It's the Dr. Blake Hillstead at Hillstead Orthodontics halftime show. Again, Emery 37, Grand 22.
Looking for a reliable car for college but have little to no established credit? Desert View Federal Credit Union offers vehicle loans as well as credit building signature loans to kickstart your credit score. So get to Desert View Federal Credit Union and get a jump start on your car ownership dreams. With a branch in Huntington and Farron, Desert View is your partner in your financial future.
With everything your vehicle needs under one roof, Auto Farm's Price Auto Group can get you from the service bay to the open road in no time flat. Whether it's an oil change, new tires, bodywork, or a state inspection, Auto Farm will service any make or model with their staff of certified technicians. From free estimates in the body shop to rental service for major services and free Wi-Fi while you wait for your vehicle in the express oil lane, look no further than Auto Farm's Price Auto Group, located at 354 South Highway 55 in Price.
Serving the 3-county area, Desert View Federal Credit Union is large enough to offer big credit union services while still putting a name with a face. With competitive loan rates, commercial and personal loans, online banking, 24-hour ATM, plus much more, Desert View and its members make decisions that directly benefit the local community. With a branch in Huntington and Farron, Desert View is your partner in your financial future.
Your young athlete is one of a kind, and you should know you're their biggest fan. So when they have a sports injury, don't stay on the sidelines. Take an active role in getting them back in the game. Choose High Desert Orthopedics and Sports Medicine to get your athlete back in the game. Dr. Kelly Jensen is a board-certified orthopedic surgeon who excels in his field so you can excel on yours.
Hi, I'm orthopedic surgeon Dr. Kelly Jensen. From diagnosis to rehabilitation, let our team at High Desert Orthopedics and Sports Medicine provide you with the care you need to get back in the game.
High Desert Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is located at 280 North Hospital Drive, Suite 3.
Are you tired of having to spend more time in the dental office than necessary? Why not minimize that by having your crown completed in a single visit? At Dr. Brett Lowe's office in Price, the highly trained team can fabricate porcelain crowns and other restorations in as little as 60 to 90 minutes with no impressions or temporary crowns. Most dental insurance plans are accepted. Call 637-2929 today to schedule your appointment.
Around here, we like a slower pace, but we don't suffer with slow internet. Emery Telecom provides fiber-fast, reliable internet and Wi-Fi, backed by local customer service. From email checkers to video streamers to hardcore gamers, we've got speed and data options to please all kinds of folks. If you need an upgrade or just have a question, get in touch. We can't wait to help. Emery Telecom, the right internet connection right where we live.
Points in the first half, 5 of 6 from the field. His one miss was from 3, and if I'm not mistaken, it was right around the rim as well. I mean, he has been on point so far in this game. On top of everything else, he's got 3 steals and a couple of rebounds to his name. He has been phenomenal in this contest for Emery on both ends. Best player on the floor.
Yeah, you know, we talked about that early. When he's the best player on the floor, good things are happening for Emery because you know what you're going to get out of Stilson. Jensen, you know, shooting sometimes changes. Sometimes he's hot, always plays hard, kind of controls tempo and does good things. You know, Brazier's going to be one of those guys that's going to come in and he's going to hit 3 or 4. Then maybe he'll go cold. But when Tuttle is giving what he's given right now, then it bodes very well for Emery's chances.
There's no question. He's got 15 again at the break. Kyson Stilson, he's scored 10. He's 3 of 4 from deep so far in this game, or 3 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from deep in this game. Kyson did pick up 3 fouls early. That's something to watch as we go into the second half. I thought he played very disciplined, though, with 3 fouls. There was one instance down low where Hoppenstead came down with an offensive rebound, and you could tell Kyson wanted to contest the shot, and he just backed off. Yeah. And that type of discipline is what Coach Jeffs expects when he plays you with 3 fouls.
Yeah, you know, it's tough. I mean, Kyson expected to do so many different things. So here's Hoppenstead, a legit 4-5 player. I mean, he came out and he hit that 22-footer, but generally it's foul line and in, but can play it this back to the basket. And that's a tough guard. Stilson likes to use his length to disrupt people, and then Hoppenstead kind of puts his back right on him and brings him in. The third foul he got, where he's just defending, he was shocked at the foul. I was like, now wait a minute, you know. And they were calling things tied early.
They were,
especially on this end.
Yep.
So I mean, I'm happy that he only has 3 fouls. You know, he might still get one of those, like a charging or some type of a contested foul, but I think that he can live with the 3 going into the second half.
So 10 points for Kyson Stilson, 5 points from Kyler Wilstead, 2 from Famalo, 2 from Rance Jensen, and then 3 from Cade Brazier. Emery as a team shoots 52% from the field, 45% from deep.
Like anything else you own, your car will...
12 points. He goes 5 of 6 from the field. He's got 8 rebounds, closing in on a double-double immediately. Outside of that, 4 points from Teddy Park, 4 points from Nolan Ramirez, 1 from Kevin Park, 1 from Kane Allred. Emery's defense has been on point so far in the game.
Yeah, they're moving. I mean, it's just so hard, to play a team the third time, and these are both squads that are on the floor that have logged a lot of varsity time.
Yeah.
So this bunch from Grand's been playing varsity for a couple of years.
Yep.
This bunch from Emery, for the most part, have been playing varsity for a couple of years, and so they know each other so well. A lot of respect, but I think they actually enjoy really competing against themselves.
37-22, Emery by 15. We'll get rolling with the second half when we return. That'll do it for the Dr. Blake Hillstead halftime report. We're sitting at the Auto Farm broadcast booth, again on KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM, and also ETV 10.
Are you... treatment, give Hillstead Orthodontics a call, 637-2222. They accept most insurance plans. Again, that number, 637-2222.
Polaris, Can-Am, Kawasaki, Yamaha, or any other brand. It doesn't matter which brand of side-by-side you think is the best, Bent Metal Off-Road can outfit you with what you want on your side-by-side. Bent Metal Off-Road specializes in custom cages to keep you and your riders safe. Full windshields to keep the wind and bugs off your face. And they're dealers for all the time.
With 2 locations to serve you, J&D Automotive in Castledale and Green River deliver authentic Napa auto parts with a local smile. Whether it's tires, fluids, tune-ups, or a complete engine diagnostic, J&D Automotive offers complete repair of domestic and foreign cars and light trucks. And with ASC certified and trained technicians, you can drive easy knowing your car will get you and your family down the road safely.
Our team works hard to shape the quality of life wherever we live and work. These values allow our team to be the go-to source for rural entities.
Have a home improvement project? Don't go over the hill. Stop by Magnuson Lumber in Castledale for the tools and expertise you need. Whether it's a new coat of paint in the living room or building your dream home, Magnuson has the supplies you need to get the job done. Our friendly, well-trained staff will help you with any project, and we'll deliver to both Emery and Carbon counties. Visit Magnuson Lumber at 495 East Main in Castledale.
Jensen drives and he's swatted by Hoppenstedt. It's a big-time block. And now the Red Devils with the ball the other way. You need to stop right out of the gate. That could be huge because it was a big block for Hoppenstedt. Ramirez down low. Shot at the rim is off of the mark, and an offensive foul called against Nolan Ramirez. So the ball to Emery.
Good hustle foul. I mean, you know, he's wondering, but will. Kind of, I mean, at what point's it off the hand?
So 40 seconds gone by in the third quarter. Score remains the same, 37-22. Horton for three, shot no good. Brax grabs the board. Brax runs it up across half court, behind the back, creates some space, takes Ramirez off the right side, threads the needle down low to Famalo, who's swatted once again by Hoppenstedt.
He's got to use the body better. I mean, Mason's small, but you can't bring that back to shot blocker.
No.
You've got position, use the body and just go up strong. Make him go through you in order to make a play.
Stilson, spin move in the paint, fading away, shot good.
Nice and soft.
Got the friendly bounce off of the friendly roll, I should say, off of the left side of the iron. 39-22, Emery by 17 with 6:52 to play in the third. Park drives, goes to Hoppenstedt in the post. Hoppenstedt to Horton, swings it now to Kevin Park. Park is on the left wing, goes to Ramirez. Right side, Teddy Park. High post, Hoppenstedt on the baseline, finds the cutter, Ramirez, and he missed. Had a great look, could not convert. Famalo with the board, gives it to Brax, now to Tuttle. Tuttle a head fake from the right wing. Goes to Brax in the right corner. Brax is guarded by Teddy Park. Now goes to Stilson, straight away, three, money. Kyson Stilson from deep, and it's 42-22 Emery. The Spartans are lighting up the scoreboard in the early part of the third quarter.
That's a 24-footer.
Oh, my goodness.
No hesitation.
Ramirez to Hoppenstedt on the baseline, goes to Park. Park from 15, nothing there. Goes to Ramirez, who brings it around right side, and an offensive foul called against Kevin Park.
That's the second offensive foul he's had called like that.
That's his third personal as well. Connor Guerrero will come into the game.
I think you have to play Guerrero.
I do
anyway.
too.
I mean, he allows the spacing because they've been disciplined to go to Hoppenstedt. But Emery's just kind of compacted down. They haven't hit those threes, and so they're like, we're going to help out there and see what we can do.
The problem with playing from behind against Emery, they may not be great defensively, but they're great on the offensive side of the ball.
And they can take some air out of the ball, too.
They can. Brax inside to Wilstead. Goes up over Hoppenstedt for two. I'm not sure how he muscled that ball in.
That's kind of what we're talking about, though. Use the body, kept the ball up in front. It still was a tough shot, but that was because it was close to the third block in a row. Yeah.
Defensive foul against Wilstead on the opposite end. Emery has doubled up the Red Devils, 44-22, 5.5 to play in the third. Hoppenstedt goes to the line to shoot two.
What I'd like to see, once the move's made, I'd like to see Wilstead gap, what they call gap. So don't be right up against him. Hoppenstedt's too long, and so as he turns, he's able to hook you or get you right behind. So once he makes that move, create a gap, and that gives Wilstead, with his quickness, time to get over in front of him. See, that time he tried to take the offensive foul, too close, not enough spacing in order to get it.
Hoppenstedt knocks down the first, second shot, good. So Hoppenstedt with 14 for Grand. He leads the Red Devils in scoring. But Emery up 44-24.
Got to stay aggressive here.
Yeah, I agree. Tuttle, left side, down low. Wilstead goes up, shot no good, gets his own rebound, and a jump will be called, I believe.
Oh,
nope.
Foul.
Called a foul against the Red Devils. That goes against Teddy Park. And that is his. And so 2 shots in the ball for the Red Devils. That's a personal foul as well, don't forget.
Yeah, that's 4.
So Brax has 4. Brax said he didn't say anything. Coach Jeffs told him you hit the floor.
Yeah, you just can't. He's had a frustrating game. He should have had a call right there.
I agree.
I mean, there was no question. He's knocked to the floor, and there's been much less happen here. But you don't want to change momentum at this point.
Hop instead knocks down the first foul shot. We've seen technicals change the momentum of games multiple times, Scott, over the last decade.
Yes, at all levels.
Uh-huh.
Some intentional, some unintentional.
Right. Second shot for Hoppenstead is good.
That's not the same. That's not the same amount of work that Brax got his head coach as the South Summit coach in Orem.
He wanted to get ejected, right? He was begging to get ejected.
That's embarrassment that he wasn't.
They weren't going to give him his way, I think. That was the issue. 46-26.
Oh, my
and a
goodness.
foul,
They're
not an and
oh
one,
my
and
goodness,
Brax
they
has
just
fouled
called
out
it.
of the game. Ramirez tried to take it right side on Brax, and he is fouled out of the game with his fifth personal foul. Brax is not happy. Coach Jeffs is not happy.
Yeah,
Kate
I
Brazier will
agree.
check
I mean,
in.
Coach has a point. I mean, there is about 25% as much contact on this end as there was on that end, and the kid, you give him his 5th foul.
Well,
but you can't be in that situation.
You can't yet. And I think that's what you have to ask for as an official or as a coach or as a player, as Ramirez goes to the line and knocks down his first. You need consistency, and I think it has been consistent so far. 3 team fouls apiece, 4:41 to play in the third. Emery will have to go the rest of the way without Brax Jensen. Cade Brazier is checked in. Ramirez with a second shot. Good. So it's 46-28, and a timeout taken by Coach Scott Horton. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well. Again, Emery 46, Grand 28 when we return.
Serta and Bill's Home Furnishings. Find them on 300 East in Price.
Emery High School basketball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Back to the action. 46-28. Emery with an 18-point advantage as we get rolling. And I talked about the high pressure defensively from Grand. They're going to bring it now. I think they can sense maybe a little change in momentum despite the fact that Emery leads by 18. Tuttle with the ball, gets into the paint, goes hard to the rack, shot at the rim, no good. Hoppenstead with a defensive rebound. Hoppenstead gives it off to Ramirez. He'll walk it up right side. Emery out of the timeout with Brazier, Tuttle, Wilstead, Stilson, and Faimalo. And that should be an offensive foul. No, they call a defensive block against Wilstead. Tough to see if he had his feet set.
I think he's that's what I was talking about earlier. There's a half a step, not even a half, a quarter of a step. He's got to be at this turn just slightly. 20 degrees turn, you get that.
Yeah. Emery led by 22 just moments ago. Hoppenstead has made good on another foul shot attempt. The lead is down to 17. One more coming for Hoppenstead.
Man, just what Grand needed. Score at the foul line.
Yep, stop the clock. Yeah.
6 in a row right here.
Hoppenstead, second shot, no good. Missed it short.
I tried to do what I could.
It worked. Wilstead with the defensive board. Stilson's going to definitely be the primary ball handler, I would believe, for Emery without Brax in the contest. Brazier guarded by Ramirez. Brazier's going to go right side. Trying to get it to Tuttle.
It's touched.
The ball was touched, but they call over back. I thought it was touched as well. Well, they call over and back against Emery. I thought it was, maybe not.
I thought it looked like to me it was touched.
Nonetheless, another turnover for Emery. 46-29. Emery up by 17 with 3:48 to play in the third. Ramirez, beautiful crossover. 15 feet on the right elbow. Now goes top of the key. Hoppenstead, a drive inside, travels. Trying to spin his way inside the paint. Traveling call. Ball will go back to Emery. 46-29. And
here comes the full court pressure.
Yep.
Are we going to see Ecker?
We may. May have to. Foul called against the Red Devils.
Uh-oh.
This one should be against all red. Nope, they call it against Ramirez.
Tuttle need a knee.
Ramirez just picked up his third personal. Brazier comes out. Ranch Jensen checks in. All red and Ramirez both trapping.
Coach Jeff's wanting to run delay, but boy, where's that other ball handler come from?
Stilson guarded by Horton. 3.5 to play in the third. Stilson to the right side. Puts up a fadeaway from 8, no good. Rebound to Hoppenstead. And the Emery offense going through a dry spell once again. We saw this in the first quarter. They managed to recover. Now Grant trying to claw their way back into it, down 17. All red nearly lost the ball. Ramirez is able to pick it up. Goes down low to Guerrero. Connor Guerrero, shot at the rim is off of the mark.
There's a foul.
Stilson grabs the rebound, gets knocked around a bit. No whistle. Stilson will bring it up left side.
Guerrero got him pretty well up along the side of the head.
Stilson drives, scoop shot, foul and one. He got it back on the opposite end. And that's a big, big bucket for the Spartans, who had hit a little dry spell offensively.
That'll be his fourth.
So some foul trouble for both teams on key players. Stilson can push this lead back up to 20. The and one, no good, short.
I don't know how long it's been since I've seen him miss 3 in a row.
It's been a while.
Junior high?
48-29. Grand trailing by 19. It's Red Devil basketball. Ramirez guarded by Rance, and Rance with a beautiful play. Did not fall for the crossover dribble. Comes up with the steal, and now it's Emery basketball. Stilson guarded by Horton. Goes right down the middle of the paint. At the rim, no good. Rebound by Rance. His putback is good. Rance's second bucket of the ball game, and it just so happens it comes off another offensive rebound. 50-29, Emery by 21. All red from 15 goes to Ramirez. Right side three on the way. Good. Nolan Ramirez from deep. And the Red Devils answer back 50-32, Emery by 18. Stilson wants to run, nearly lost the ball, able to recover, goes to Wilstead, now to Tuttle. Tuttle, three-point shot up, missed it to the left. And a loose ball foul called against the Red Devils.
Nice job by Mason just to keep that ball alive. That's great effort. Standing behind, he gives such good effort, let the guy behind him has to try and pull him down.
Guerrero is whistled for the foul. It's his first personal. Tyson Horton will check out. Kevin Park back in. 2:05 to play in the third. Emery with a hefty 18-point advantage. Famalo down low, blocked by Hoppenstead again. I think he's got 5 blocks in the third quarter, Scott.
Yeah. Just pull it out. If it's not there, just pull it out.
Guerrero drives left baseline in for 2. And it's 50-34. And if Grant's going to get back into the game, Guerrero's going to be the guy to help push that offense.
I agree. It just changes who they are when he's active.
Emery able to take a little bit of air out of the ball and then break down this Grand defense. Famalo took a heavy shot, didn't get the whistle, but he did finish at the rim. And so it's 52-34, Emery by 18. Guerrero drives, contact, no whistle. Wilstead tried to set up for the charge. Luckily, he didn't get the block. They let it play. 52-34, a minute 15 to play in the third. Emery by 18. Every time the Red Devils have picked up a little bit of momentum, Emery's had an answer. Stilson goes left side to Tuttle. Tuttle behind the back. guarded by Allred, and a block foul called against Allred. Stops the clock with 1:02 to play in the third. Now, more importantly, he's got that 17 fouls against Grand, so flipping it from the first half, Emery will get foul shots the rest of the way, and when you're up by 18, that's not a good situation for the team that's faced with the deficit. As Tuttle will go to the line, a chance to extend Emery's lead to 20. Front end of the 1-and-1, no good, in and out. Loose ball, Hoppenstead had it, lost it. Rance Jensen comes up with it, brings it out. He's trapped, and they called a foul against Rance Jensen. Well, Rance was trapped.
I try really hard not to play this card, but this guy is killing us. I mean, honestly, he struggled from the tip.
Well,
same official.
52-34. Grand drive inside shot at the rim is off of the mark, and a big rebound by Famalo. So Emery comes out of it unscathed, and it's only the first personal on Rance. So with 35 seconds to play in the third, Stilson with the basketball, guarded by Allred. Boy, he is lengthy, and he is going to be a defensive. He can cause some issues on the perimeter with that length. Rance down to Tuttle. Tuttle lost his footing, maybe got away with the travel. Tough to see from our view. Not sure if the ball was tipped out or not.
I mean, I don't. Gee.
And now Allred takes a shot to Stilson. He goes to the ground, and with 16 seconds to play in the third, Stilson will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Tuttle still is kind of nursing that leg.
After bumping knees?
Every chance he gets, he's over there.
Stilson, front end of the 1-and-1 is good. So he breaks his cold streak at the line, 53-34, Emery by 19.
I think if you're Emery, you still just want to muddy this one up. I mean, you're going to have some kind of run to make up a 20-point deficit. But
Stilson misses the second foul shot. I believe they called a lane violation against Grand, so Stilson will go back to the line.
He's got to be fatigued. These guys play such good defense, and they're, you know, every one of them. You get by one, and the next guy's right there. Just
Stilson misses again. Loose ball tipped around. Allred comes down with it. 10 seconds on the game clock. Allred gets it to Park. Park is guarded by Stilson. Park drives, goes to the corner. Hoppenstead, right corner, three is good. Hoppenstead with his second tray of the ball game, and a full court heat for Stilson at the end of the third quarter goes into the front row. So we played three. Emery's 1 quarter away from advancing to the quarterfinals. 53 or to the semifinals, excuse me, out of the quarterfinals. 53-37. Emery by 16 when we return.
The men and women of Nielsen Construction pride themselves in taking care of their customers wherever and whenever they are needed. They provide service in the fields of heavy excavation, road construction, concrete operations, crane operations, welding, and much more. Their trucking division provides coal service hauling for area coal mines, and their fleet of heavy hauling transports provides overside load transportation for a long list of customers who need material delivered safely and on time. Nielsen Construction is locally owned and a proud supporter of the athletic departments in Carbon, Emery, and Grand County. No matter the size of the project, Nielsen Construction has the experience, equipment, and manpower to get the job done.
With 5 locations in Carbon, Emery, and Uinta counties, Pro Rehab Physical Therapy is committed to providing its customers with the highest quality care available. Come to Pro Rehab for treatment of painful conditions, recovery of function, and injury prevention. Contact Pro Rehab at 613-1500 or swing by its location at 590 East, 100 North in Price. Go to ProRehabPT.com for a list of office locations. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy. Come as patients, leave as friends.
On 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Fourth quarter of regulation, 53-37, Emery by 16. They've led by as many as 22 in this game. Grand basketball moving right to left on the dial, and the Red Devils turn it over right out of the gate. Brody Tuttle comes up with it. Tuttle, Wilstead, Stilson, Rance Jensen, and Mason Famalo. That's the lineup for Emery. Brax Jensen has fouled out of the ball game. Allred crossed over by Stilson. Gets into the paint, and a reach-in foul called. This one should go against Ramirez, and that would be foul number 4 for him, which puts Stilson at the line for a 1-and-1. Like I said, multiple players are in foul trouble on both sides, Scott.
Could have been a change of direction a little bit. I mean, Emery still has some trouble, but there's multiple players from Grand that have 4. Teddy does, Horton does, Ramirez does.
Stilson converts the first foul shot. He's got 17, make it 18 as he knocks down the second.
Just need a little blow.
Yeah.
Really, the energy he exudes in a game is incredible. All of them, but he just has to, everybody's always grinding on him.
Comes up with a steal, goes behind his back, does Stilson. A bounce pass to Famalo, brings the defender off his feet, foul and one. And that is a huge sequence for Emery. Stilson comes up with a steal out of the high post, gives it off to Famalo. Gave the head fake as you called for moments ago. Scott goes up, foul and one. Emery back up by 20, 57-37 with 7:18 to play in the game.
Heads up defensive play on this end, and then just a fantastic pass.
Mason misses the and one. Wilstead gets the rebound. Putback seemed to be a bit too easy for him. It wasn't contested, and he missed that. Damage done. Emery up by 20, 57-37. Guerrero to Hoppenstead. Three-point shot up and in. Cameron Hoppenstead. Big fella stepping out and converting from deep. He's got 23 in the ball game. He leads all scorers. Emery by 17. Stilson in, dodging, weaving in between defenders, misses at the rim. Famalo got the rebound. His putback effort was blocked. Stilson's able to run it down. A minute 15 gone by in the fourth. Emery 57, Grand 40. Tuttle, crossover, dribble. Lost it, able to recover. Now goes to Stilson.
Working back out to this corner.
Yeah, just a step above the mid-stripe line and a push foul called against Kane Allred. And Stilson will go to the line to shoot two. 10 team fouls now. Timeout is taken by the Red Devils. A full timeout. 6:33 to play in the game. Emery seems in control. Stilson will shoot two foul shots when we return on KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM, and also ETV 10.
Shopping for the perfect car, truck, SUV, or van has never been easier at Auto Farm's Price Auto Group. With over 1,000 vehicles to choose from and the ability to shop 24/7 on the web, Auto Farm has the selection and flexibility to get you from your computer to the open road. Simply go to autofarmgroup.com and search the vast inventory of new and used vehicles by year, make, model, or even condition. Auto Farm Price Auto Group, located at 354 South Highway 55 in Price.
Calling Dr. Leonard today. Call 381-2447 for an appointment.
Emery High School basketball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Stilson, first foul shot is good. He extends the Emery lead to 18, 58-40, 6:33 to play in the contest. Stilson's had a couple of buckets here in the fourth quarter that has halted any sort of grand run. He does miss the second foul shot. So the struggles from the foul line continue for Emery as a team, but the lead is still 18 points.
Rance can play defense on anybody on the floor.
Yep, great perimeter defender. He can do it down low, but Hoppenstead takes it inside for two more. And that's Cameron Hoppenstead doing what he has done best, and that's scoring buckets.
And blocking.
And blocking, yes. 58-42. Emery by 16 with 6:05 to play in the ball game. Tuttle with a spin move, top of the key, guarded closely by Kevin Port. Gives it off now to Stilson.
Allred has that length. Boy, that he almost got that ball.
Now Wilstead is fouled at the top of the key by Hoppenstead. That's the idea. You got to put Emery at the foul line, hope they miss. The problem is there's no 1-and-1. And so Wilstead will go to the line. If you can just convert one out of these two, I'd consider it a successful trip, Scott, because of the amount of time that Emery managed to run off the clock. Wilstead's first shot, no good.
They just shoot foul shots. They're up 30. At their normal clip.
Yeah. Kane Allred out of the game. Tyson Horton comes in.
Kane can really, that length really hurts Stilson.
It does. It does.
Takes away angles when they're trying to play that half-court delay.
Wilstead's second shot is good. So he goes 1 of 2. 17-point lead for Emery, 59-42 with 5:53 to play in the game. Ramirez lets the ball bounce before picking it up at the mid-stripe line. Hoppenstead, guarded by Wilstead, goes left side, draws the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
No, I mean, that's foul. I'm saying that's 4 fouls on. Oh, that's 5.
5 on. And this is where it gets interesting because there's some foul trouble for Emery.
They still got 6 minutes left. I mean,
and so with Wilstead coming out, I would assume Cade Brazier will check into the game. And he will.
It's been a tough season for Cade. Hurt for a long time. Came back, had some fantastic times, but it seems like there's been a play here or there, like kind of a mental lapse almost, and coach is, since he hasn't been playing all year, seems to have kind of a short leash with him.
Hoppenstead misses. He's got one more shot coming. It was a 2-shot foul, missed his first. So one more coming. In order to win a state championship this weekend, Cade Brazier is going to play a big role.
Yeah,
if that happens,
he's got to have that confidence to really compete, and have a game where he goes off for 18.
Yep. Second shot for Hoppenstead after a rare miss. He missed that one as well. Rebound to Rance Jensen, so a missed opportunity for the Red Devils. Could have made up a point considering the sequence before where Wilstead went 1 of 2. Stilson now with the ball guarded by Horton. Gives it to Rance. Rance is holding on the left corner. And he has the ball stripped. Great defense by Teddy Park. Teddy Park now to Hoppenstead. Hoppenstead off of the left wing, and that's a charge. And that's an excellent defensive play by Rance Jensen. He plants, he takes the charge.
Yeah, that's a fantastic job.
Yep.
I mean, he, down here, he's asked to do something he's not very good at. Trying to do the delay and penetrate.
Made up for it on the defensive end. 59-42, Emery by
Cade's
17.
Wide open in the corner.
And a 1-3-1 full-court press here by the Red Devils, and a foul against Ramirez, and he is out of the game.
That's going to hurt them.
One of the best ball handlers one of the best ball handlers in the 3A classification. I don't think there's any question.
And never looks at all tired.
No. So he is fouled out. Connor Guerrero will check in. Lineup right now for the Red Devils: Teddy and Kevin Park, Tyson Horton, Connor Guerrero, and Cameron Hoppenstead. Stilson at the line. The 2-shot foul, double bonus. First is good.
Stilson forces you to make a call.
It's tough player to officiate.
Yeah, no question. Any bump, he exaggerates.
Second shot is good.
So long that he gets by people.
61-42 following the back-to-back makes for Stilson. Kevin Park into the paint, draws the foul against Jensen. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Stops the clock with 5:14 to play in the game. So the winner of this contest will move on. Tomorrow it's the late contest. It's the 9:10 start. PM. Emery will take on either Judge or Richfield. Complete opposite. You get basically 24 hours, a legit 24 hours to recoup.
Talking to Bowie Jeff, said it would be the best thing for them because they're kind of dinged up and the style of play they have. The rest is so vital.
Park missed the foul shot. Grand comes down with a rebound. Famalo nearly comes up with a steal. Red Devils keep possession. 3-point shot up, no good. A miss by Teddy Park. And finally, the ball goes to Emery at the 5-minute mark. Stilson's going to bring it up left side. Goes to the center of the court, and he's going to get called for a charge.
And
that's
I think
an easy
that's
one to make.
Yeah. I mean, he was kind of out of control, but you could see the elbow kind of come out. Yeah.
4 personals against Stilson, 61-43. Brax Jensen and Kyler Wilstead have already fouled out. If Stilson fouls out, I would assume you see Jordan Ecker. Maybe you go to Justin Rasmussen.
I think you'd have to have Ecker on the floor. Somebody that can
handle the ball.
Handle the ball, yeah. And now he's guarding Hoppenstead, which I hate.
You got to get as much out of him as you can here in the final 4:40.
Whoever's not going to have a play.
Hoppenstead, spin move in the paint, got an easy look at the bucket because Stilson not wanting to pick up that 5th foul. Kyson takes the inbounds pass. Kyson's going to go left side across half court. He's trapped by Horton and Park. Able to get out of it. Goes to Brazier. Left corner 3. Cade Brazier from deep. Big time make from the senior. And it's 64-45. Scott, just from a pure confidence standpoint.
I was going to say, that could be the difference for the weekend.
Sure. 4:15 to play in the game. Horton tries to answer with a 3 of his own. No good. Stilson grabs the defensive board. Climb the ladder over Park. Outlet pass up to Tuttle. Tuttle in off of the right wing. Draws the foul on Hoppenstead. Foul and 1. And it's 66-45 Emery with 4:05 to play in the game. Brody Tuttle adds 2 more to his total. He'll have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
2 big series right there.
Maybe erases any doubt, right? Back up by 21 points.
I think that really helps you unless still some fouls out here in the next 5 seconds.
Tuttle
Gosh, then another rebound.
Frazier, he came down with the offensive board, tried to get it back top of the key, threw it away. 4 minutes to play in the game. Park with a rebound, a hop instead, 3-point shot up, no good, missed it short. Brazier with another rebound.
Now Brazier's playing hard
yes,
right now.
Yes, he is. Rance with the ball, he's trapped in the backcourt. And we have a timeout. Timeout taken by Emery. Full timeout taken by Coach Jeffs. Emery with a 21-point advantage. 3:47 left to play in this one. It's all Emery when we return on KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM, and also ETV 10.
With hundreds of vehicles to choose from, Auto Farms Price Auto Group is Castle Country's premier location for new and used Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicles. With skilled auto enthusiasts helping you every step of the way, Auto Farm can get you into the car or truck of your dreams with financing on site. Whether it's a lifted-up Ford, Dodge, or Jeep, or a more fuel-efficient everyday driver, Auto Farms Price Auto Group has or can find exactly what you need. Come see our selection at 354 South Highway 55 in Price.
From Delicate Arch to Flaming Gorge, the capital city and round St. George.
At Big O Tires, we shop our competition daily, so we can guarantee you the lowest price on every tire, every day.
That's right. We guarantee the lowest price on every tire, every day.
Great stores statewide, wherever you go, we got you covered at Big O.
Neighbors, your providers.
Emery High School basketball on KOAL 107.3 FM at 750 AM.
3:41 to play in the game. Emery 66, Grand 45, and a foul is called against the Red Devils right out of the gate, and that's the 5th personal foul against Kevin Park, so he too is fouled out.
The hesitation by Stilson and this skinny, long body of his just makes it almost incredible, almost impossible to trap.
Stilson to the line to shoot 2. First foul shot for Stilson is good. That matches Emery's largest lead of the game, 67-45, 22-point advantage. Stilson has 1 more coming his way. Second shot is good.
Just watching this game, just watching it, not knowing the score, it just doesn't seem like a 23
I agree.
point game.
I agree. Guerrero, corner 3, good. Connor Guerrero. He's been quiet so far, but he gets the lead down to 20. And once again, a full court press being applied by the Red Devils. Stilson trying to break it, and he has to call a timeout. That's excellent defense by the Red Devils. 30-second timeout.
They got 3 guys right there on him. We got to get somebody right here in the middle of the court at half court.
Yeah.
Brody Tuttle right there. I mean, they know that Stilson's going to bring the ball. They're assigning 3 defenders in the backcourt on him. You'd have 4 on 2.
Yeah.
Cade, go stand in the corner where you like it. Brody, grab the ball here, and let's go.
Well, we got 3:25 to figure out the press. Emery with also a 20-point advantage. It'll stick Emery basketball. Tuttle's going to inbound. And again, Emery's down 2 players. Wilstead and Brax Jensen have fouled out of the contest. On the flip side, Kevin Park and Nolan Ramirez have also fouled out.
Big part of their press, too.
Definitely. Tuttle to inbound, gets it to Stilson ahead of the pack, and Stilson will go in for 2 points.
That's a good call. That's good coaching right there.
40-78.
Expect him to go to the backcourt, fakes back, goes. That's good. That's a great job.
Got ahead of the pack. Park inside, blocked by Brazier. Rance comes down with the basketball, creates some space, and a reach-in called against Teddy Park. And I believe that's it for Teddy Park. He's got 5 personal fouls. So Grant has lost 3 players in this game.
They're all their starting backcourt.
Yep. Luke Williams comes in for the Red Devils. Rance Jensen to the foul line for Emery.
Horton and Allred both have 4.
Rance's first foul shot is good.
Again, comes in, makes positive impact. Just don't.
He's a glue guy, right? Glue guy.
And I love Rance. I mean,
yeah.
But he doesn't remind me of a basketball player, but yet he just makes such big contributions in so many different ways. He can guard anybody on the floor, which I wouldn't know if he would be able to, you know what I mean? He's just quick and strong. He's a rebounding fool, and he stands out there as the shortest guy on the floor.
Well, he missed the second foul shot, but Emery did grab the rebound.
Tuttle again, tap back.
And then Jensen is fouled again.
A little quieter the second half for Tuttle, but still this solid performance today.
Rance misses the first foul shot. Score remains 71-48. That's a great defensive performance for Emery. When you play a team like Grand, you exert so much energy on the offensive side of the ball because of the way they play defense that you wonder if you're going to get in a shootout. That's what's happened twice before.
Well, they scored 33 the first half at Moab.
First quarter.
First quarter.
Right.
I had quarter in my mind said first half because it fit.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. 72-48. Jensen goes 1 of 2 at the line. Grand basketball, and Horton fouling 1. So he has a chance for a three-point play. Stops the clock with 2:51 to play in the contest. 19 fouls against Emery. They call that foul against Mason Famalo. Horton with a chance for a three-point opportunity.
Mason been a little more quiet than. Oh, he left the. What? Whoa, that's a lane violation.
Yeah, curious as what happened. Allred left the paint.
They allowed it, huh?
72-50.
That's a 22-point game call.
Horton misses the and one attempt. So it's 72-50.
Oh, there you go. Go to the middle, right there.
Stilson trying to break the press, and he's fouled. So he'll go to the line with 2:40.
You see, I mean, they had 3, maybe even 4 guys there. I mean, Tuttle's in the right spot. Just slide to the middle right there.
Break it with ease, huh? Allred will go sit underneath the basket. He's got 4 personals as well. First shot
Save
for
Stilson about 350
no
calories.
Yeah.
He's like, kid's going to have to mainline protein shakes.
First foul shot for Stilson is no good. Second shot for Kyson, good. So it's 73-50. 2:43 to play. Williams is going to run it up for the Red Devils. Brazier meets him. Wants to go right side, now to Hoppenstead. Spin move from 15, drive inside, shot good over the top of Famalo. Hoppenstead continues to impress on the offensive side of the ball. 73-52, Emery by 21. And the Red Devils fall out of the full court press. They move to a half-court set. Now, Stilson gives it off to Rance. Rance takes Guerrero off the dribble, goes left side to Tuttle, who's guarded by Williams. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in regulation. A formality at this point. Emery will advance to the semifinals, top 4. Tuttle in the paint. Threads the needle with a behind the back pass to the defender to Famalo. Famalo couldn't finish. Shot was blocked at the rim.
Block again. And boy, I wonder what the block totals are for
Hoppenstead as Guerrero misses a 3 from the right side. Hoppenstead's been so deadly inside the paint defensively in the second half. Stilson's able to get across the mid-stripe line. 1:45 to play here in the game. Rance off of the left corner, goes back to Kyson. Kyson stands on the left elbow, and he'll bring the ball back out. Going to take some air out of it. 1:35 to play in the game. Tuttle to Rance. Rance back to Kyson, 90 seconds left. Now goes to Famalo, had a clear path to the basket instead. He's going to run some more time. Now to Brazier. Brazier has a clear path, and he'll take it in for 2 points. 75-52. I think any bucket for Brazier the remainder of this game is key, Scott. You said it just moments ago as Allred misses a shot coming in off of the right wing. Rebound to Stilson. Bounce pass up to Tuttle. Tuttle able to cross half court. Now he's trapped. Gives it up to Stilson. 1 minute even left to play in the game. 75-52. Emery by 23. Stilson tried a lob pass. It's picked off by Hoppenstead. Now to Horton off of the right wing, and it's an easy 2-point layup for him. And a timeout is taken by Coach Horton. Coach Horton's going to take the seniors out of the game. And checking in for the Red Devils will be Milo Birdwell. And also, I believe we'll see Chase Grossman come into the game if I'm not mistaken. Timeout is taken on the court. 52 seconds left to play in this one. And then Emery will move on to the semifinals.
Emery's also made some substitutions. Justice. Looks like Justice. Griffin. And Rasmussen.
So that's the lineup for Emery.
What Hoppenstead end up with? It's quite a line.
29, I believe, 29. Is what he had. Now, Ironically enough, he had 30 the time Grand lost to Emery.
Yeah, but that was
29 tonight.
But he had 7 at half, and the rest was garbage time. You know, I mean, it's like,
He had 20 rebounds, I think, in that game too.
Yeah.
But the game that Graham beat Emery, Hoppenstead had 12 points.
Yeah.
So again, out of the timeout, Emery puts in the second unit for the final 45 seconds of this one. Rance with the ball, gives it off to Justice. And Rance is able to split the defense, kicks it to Rasmussen, who was also checked into the game. 30 seconds left in this one, and the Spartans can run the clock off, and they'll advance. Scott, we knew at the beginning of the season a berth in the semifinals was absolutely possible. As Justice takes it in, scoop shot. 2-point basket for Seth Justice, 77-54. But now it's a reality. You're 2 wins away from a state championship.
Yeah, incredible.
Red Devils trying to score back, and they do. They get 2 right at the end of the contest, 77-56. All Emery has to do is get the ball across half court, and this game is over. Rance gets it there, and the Spartans pick up the win. Final score in this one, 77-56. Emery put forth a brilliant effort defensively, Scott. At some stages in the game, 2 separate stages, I thought the offense was a tad bit stale, but they found a way to work through it.
Yeah, it was, we stuck on 10 for about 4 minutes.
Yes.
And then we had all kinds of foul trouble. Then our point guard fouls out early in a game where you're playing a team that's extremely good defensively. And but yet they found a way to win. And like I told you on the air, watching the game, it just didn't. It seemed like it was right close.
Yeah,
it was right there.
It did.
You know, but yet it ended up being a 23-point win.
Final score in this one, again, Emery picks up a 77-56 win. They will move on to face either Richfield or Judge Memorial in the semifinals tomorrow night at 9:10 p.m. We're going to send it back to the studio for just a moment. Coming up, it's the Dr. Kelly Jensen at High Desert Orthopedics postgame show. Emery picks up a victory.